Ivy League decisions are almost out, and I remember how stressed I was a few years ago on this day. I couldn't eat, I couldn't drink, and I was scrolling my email all the time to find out whether I had gotten in. If you're in the same boat and you're feeling very stressed, this video could help. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Srijan and I'm a new graduate from Stanford University working in the Bay Area, and I make videos about education and technology. In the first part of the video, I'll explain 3 biggest kinds of fear I was feeling, and then I'll explain what helped me to move on. And even a rejection doesn't really mean much in the grand scale of things. All right, I really want to start with asking why I was stressed, and even before, how was I stressed? I remember that throughout high school, I really wanted to get to the best university that can prepare me for my future. And I was very hardworking, I worked really hard. And I think I attached a lot of my self-worth to my academic performance. I was often really good in my class, so people would say, oh, you'd always get into a good university. And I think that put a lot of pressure on me. And I also wanted to get into a great university. I wanted to get the best opportunities, to have the best classmates and the best resources. So I think a lot of the pressure was self-imposed. And a few days before college decisions were out, I was literally freaking out. This is very natural, and I think everyone goes through it. And I'm not an expert or a therapist or anything. I just wanted to share my perspective on how I dealt with my own stress at the time. I think I was feeling a very strong fear of rejection. I thought I applied to all these smart places, and these people who are very qualified and somehow better than me are going to tell me that I am not worth it if they reject me. I thought that's a permanent mark on my ability as a person, and a rejection is permanently saying I'm not worth anything. And I think that's very paralyzing, and I felt very stuck at that moment. I felt like my self-worth was being defined by someone else. And it's a very difficult and toxic thing for any person to go through, because if you give someone that power over you, you are delegating away a lot of that power. You're delegating the power of how you feel about yourself to another institution or another person. And I realized how dangerous that is as I grew up and I faced more failure or rejection at many places in my life. I think fear of rejection can be very strong. It's paralyzing. Remember the time you admired someone but couldn't tell them because you think they think it's weird? That prevented you from acting, that prevented you from reaching out and achieving something because you thought you'd be rejected. This thought is entirely paranoia. It has no basis in many instances. It's just a thought in your head. But I also realized this fear of rejection comes from something deeper. It comes from an innate desire to please others. It comes from this place of wanting to be validated by others. Because I was delegating my sense of self and confidence to someone else. I was being vain. I wanted to hear things like, you are smart, you are worth it, you are worth investing a lot of financial aid in, etc. And I think I was delegating my lack of confidence to someone else. And that's not something that should be done. Your sense of confidence and self-worth should come from yourself. And that's something I've believed in since that day. One thing that helps me is to just be grounded. If I'm successful or if someone says I'm doing well, to not make a big deal out of it. And if someone says I'm a failure, again, to not get very disappointed and sad, to just keep moving on. And I think that has helped me. That fear of rejection is really an overblown thing. And if someone says I'm not good enough, that's just one data point in a sea of data points. The second fear I was feeling is a fear of missing out. I thought if I did not get into my dream college, I'm gonna miss out on so many opportunities in life. I thought my friends who get in or others who get into the same places will be so far ahead in life than me. I thought they are gonna get the best opportunities, the best professors. They'll probably meet the smartest people. Maybe they'll meet the love of their life, and I will be alone forever. I was really blowing it out of proportion. And I'm not that competitive with others. I'm very competitive with myself. I was comparing what my life could have been with what my life will be. And these hypotheticals are really bad, right? Because you are taking the best of the imaginary and you're comparing it with the worst of the presents. And that is toxic. That really means you are always thinking that the grass is greener on the other side. And I think this fear of missing out was also very paralyzing for me. And I had to take a lot of time and a lot of reflection over the next many years to come out clean and really have a reasonable, balanced way of life. If I miss a train, it's fine. There are many other trains I can get onto. One missed opportunity is not a dead stamp on my career. Why is fear of missed opportunity so strong and so potent? It's because in school, we think of life in a linear path. First you do grade 3, then grade 4, and then grade 5. It's a linear journey. But life as an adult, especially when the structure of school and university and everything ends, is not linear at all. It is so wiggly, so circular that it's crazy. You can start in grade 3, suddenly you go back to grade 1, and then you go to grade 9, and then you realize that grade 13 even exists. You can do something and have a completely different life. I think that's crazy about life as an adult, right? Because it's so unclear and the future is so uncertain, and there's no structure like school. It's not a conservative path. It also applies to university. People have different goals. Some want to do research, some want to go into industry, some perhaps want to get into Hollywood. And everyone's path to their final destination is so different. So this fear of missed opportunity does not really matter, because what you thought you wanted might not even been what's best for you in the long run. And life has surprised me in many ways, and I think over time I've realized that even if I miss one opportunity, it's fine. I can hop on to another one. The third kind of fear I was paralyzed by is the fear of disappointment. And this is very unique because this is not about myself. This fear was about how I would disappoint those who had believed in me, particularly my parents, my teachers, my mentors, my classmates, etc. And this really stings, right? Because you do so much for not just yourself, but for others, because you want to make them proud. No one believes in you, and then someone believes in you. They help you, they invest their time and resources in you, and you want to make them happy. You want to make them feel like it wasn't a waste of time. But when you get rejected from colleges or get any failure in your professional life, it can feel like you have let them down. You have disappointed them. But I think one thing I've realized again is that most adults or most other people are also humans. They also have failed. They also have disappointed others. And whenever I have thought like I've disappointed others, the opposite had happened. They were very happy with the amount of effort I put in, and they were very kind when I failed. And I think it's important to realize that your parents also failed a lot in life. Your friends also failed a lot in life. And life is not easy for anyone. So everyone around you understands the failure ratio it will take to be successful, especially your parents. They have struggled so much when they were in 20s and 30s, and they know that it's a hard path forward, especially from when you're say 16 to 18 and you are stepping into that journey of adulthood. So I think it's really important to keep that in your mind, that you can fail and no one's disappointed, everyone's just trying to help. And if you feel like you've let everyone down and the weight of the world is on your shoulder, is to realize that they're also humans and they also have failed in the past. And you're not in this journey alone. It's not that only you fail. A lot of people throughout life has failed and will fail. And that's only normal. Failures are normal. You only need one home run or 1 6 in a cricket match. All right, let's talk about 3 things that helps me keep grounded when it comes to failure. I think the first thing is luck. I truly believe that there's a lot of luck involved if you want to achieve anything. And this is a major transformation in my personality. When I was younger, especially in high school, I was in a lot of competitive things. I was in competitive debate, I was in competitive extracurriculars, science competitions, etc. And I used to think hard work can pave your path to success. Now, I still think that hard work is a necessary condition, but it's not sufficient because there are many other people who are also working hard, and luck plays a major factor in choosing who will win among the hard workers. And I have evidence for this. So allegedly, Harvard rejects about 50% of people who score a perfect score on the SAT. Stanford rejects apparently 69%. This is a bit of an old data, but this was reported by Prep Scholar. And it's well documented among admissions officers that there are more qualified applicants than there are seats. This means many people could have gotten in, 100 people could have gotten in, but maybe only 2 people can get in because there are fewer seats. And that's where luck comes. That's where subjectivity comes. That's where it comes whether someone took a chance on you because they liked that one line in your essay. So there's a lot of luck involved in the process. And I think it's very important to remember that, because anything other than that is just pure arrogance. And I had to walk out of that arrogance, right? I can control many things. I can control input, but I cannot control how others will perceive me. And I cannot control how luck will sway in my favor in some moments in life. And I think it's very important to always remind yourself that you can try your best. You can increase your surface area of luck with hard work, but you cannot control the outcome. And that's one thing I keep in mind every time I'm rejected from anywhere. In chaos theory, there's something called the butterfly effect, where the flap of a butterfly's wings in one part of the world can create a tornado in another part of the world. Now, I don't know if that's entirely true, but the point is there can be small variations in inputs, and that can have a very big outsized impact on an output. And I also try to remind myself that yeah, I can give a lot of inputs, but maybe someone had a butterfly effect in their favor. Maybe they had legacy admissions. Maybe they just got lucky. So I need the best of both things. I need to believe hard work works to push myself, and I need to remind myself that luck is also involved, so I'm not disappointed when I'm not always successful. The second thing I've realized is prestige does not matter as much as we think it does. And I really mean it, right? When I was in high school, I thought my life would be set as soon as I got into Stanford. It was my dream school, and I'm very lucky and privileged that I was chosen to go there. And I know there are many others as talented, if not more talented than me, who also deserved it, but I was lucky. I got a lot of opportunities because I went there, but also there are many people outside of my school who went to state schools, community colleges, who are even smarter than me. And I always keep that in mind. It helps me being humble, but also it helps me realize that prestige can just make some things easy, but the end outcome is up to you, is up to your hard work, and is up to your tenacity, your industriousness, your intelligence, and all those good things. So you can try to optimize for prestige. It probably makes a few things easy, but if you are not qualified, that will not save you from anything. That's what my realization has been, that it doesn't matter where I go, I have to keep developing myself. I have to invest in myself and my skills, because I have to prove myself all throughout life. One thing I've noticed is that no one's gonna hire you straight for a job just because you attended a prestigious university. And the third thing that helps me be grounded when it comes to college decisions is maybe it's good in the long run. Maybe the fact that I did not get into my dream school is good for me in the long run. Life is so uncertain into the future. So I think it's very fatalistic to think that just because plan A did not work out, your life is suddenly doomed. And it's okay to be disappointed for a few days, maybe a week, but I think it's very important to pick oneself up and tell yourself that maybe this is better in the long run. I don't know, maybe this is a lie, but this is something that works with me. Whenever I am rejected from somewhere or I'm disappointed, I try to pick myself up and just tell myself that, you know, I'm a pretty stupid guy and I don't think I know everything about the world, and maybe destiny has something in plan for me. I hope college decisions go well for you, and I hope you get into a great college where you'll be happy and you'll develop your skills. And even if you don't, I hope that you're going to tell yourself that you are strong and you will thrive regardless of what some college tells you that you're worth this. Also, this is a very different kind of video. It's more of a vlog and freestyle kind of video where I shared how I dealt with something that I faced myself a few years ago. Let me know if you like this kind of more off-script videos where there's less preparation. And if you like this so far, if you like things about education, if you're in high school or in college, this might be a great channel. So I hope you subscribe and we stay in touch. Best of luck.